on Nation? It's DanielJon, and I hope you guys are all good and I hope you're all okay. And this video today is about my cardio. Now, if you remember back to when I was on the stag weekend and I was in that hotel gym, I promise you guys I'd finally tell you what I've been doing for cardio, because I've been getting a lot of questions of like what I actually do for cardio since I've been dieting. And I just haven't got around to doing the video for the simple fact I was really waiting for this mini tripod to come. Because I wanted to stick it in, low in the gym so that you could see where I was doing the cardio, and because me and Leanne, we do cardio at the same time, so I don't want to have to get her to get off and record me doing cardio because it just interrupts her workout. So I got a few clips today of exactly what I do, but first of all, cardio is no good unless you have a good diet. Let me just tell you that. It's not going to get you lean, it's not going to be the answer to your prayers, it's not going to get you six-pack abs. If your diet is not clean, if you do not eat, in a calorie deficit, then you're never going to get those six-pack abs just from doing cardio. It comes with a good workout regime, a good cardio program, and also a good diet. And then you've got your sleep, your rest, rest in between sets, and your sleep. Now, with that said, my favourite most popular piece of cardio equipment I like to use is the Stairmaster. Now, there is a reason why I prefer to choose that machine over the treadmill, the bike, the elliptical, whatever you want, the rower. There is a reason why I choose that. Now, I never used to be any good at it. I used to be able to do 2 minutes maybe and I'd be out of puff, I'd be gone. That was me smoked. And it got to the point I started building up and building up and building up. But before that, I used to use the treadmill, I used to use the bike. And I don't know if you ever realise, if you really want to burn a serious amount of calories on the bike, especially the treadmill, then you've got to go at some ridiculous pace. You've got to either be doing a fast-paced jog or you've got to be doing a sprint. And the amount of calories you burn, it just, for me, theoretically, wasn't worth me being in the gym doing cardio. I might as well just incorporate it into my day-to-day activities. I may as well have just, instead of driving or getting a bus or whatever it may be, commuting to work, I may as well just ride a bike. Because being in the gym for 40 minutes on the treadmill, I was only burning 200-300 calories on the treadmill, and it just didn't really work out for me. Now, as soon as I started going on the Stairmaster, that is when I really noticed, this piece of machine here makes you work. Because, you still have to put a great deal of effort in to burn a serious amount of calories. However, you actually feel like you're getting worked for it. It's not letting you burn 800 calories easy, that's for sure. Now, what I like to do on the Stairmaster is I like to set it on a very high level. Now, in my gym, in your gym, your Stairmaster might look different to mine. You may actually have the one with the actual revolving staircase, which is just like a row of steps, and they just revolve round, and you just step at your own pace. Now, the one in my gym is just kind of 2 platforms, and you just raise as and when you want. Now, it is a very modern one, and if you do half steps, it doesn't count them. So it's very, for those people that sit there doing half steps, they're not actually doing fuck all really. It's not counting that. So with that said, what I like to do is I like to do 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour, whatever I can. If I've got an hour's time free in the gym, in the morning, because I'm in there at 4 or 5 o'clock, then I'll do an hour. If I've only pushed for time, I will do a minimum of 20 minutes. I will make sure I get 20 minutes, and that is 400 calories plus, minimum 400 calories, because I like to do it on level 15. Now, I don't see the point of doing anything below level 15. Sometimes I might even go up to level 25, which is the highest level. But 15 is just an average pace. That's a good pace for me. I can check my emails, I can check YouTube in the morning, I can check, the Facebook page. That gives me a chance in that time, just to do that. I don't just bug out, put my headphones on and just zone out and just get in the groove. I actually like to, sit there and make that time useful. If I had no use for that time, I wouldn't probably do it. To be honest with you, I'd rather just go out on a bike ride or whatever it may be. But that is what I like to do for cardio, and I try and aim for 6 sessions a week. I'm in the gym 6 times a week, so I try to aim for 6 20-minute minimum sessions a week. If I can do 40 minutes a day, I do 40 minutes a day. If I can do an hour a day, I do an hour a day. But me and Leanne, we go swimming as well. We haven't done it for this year because schedule's been busy and whatever else. and work, etc. But you know, we used to go swimming last year, so instead of doing cardio, if we couldn't do it in the morning, when she finished work and you know we'd go and meet up or so, we'd go for a swim down to the local, you know, leisure centre or wherever it may be, or the LA Fitness. So they're my two main types of cardio: swimming and the Stairmaster. Definitely the Stairmaster in the gym, because the simple fact is, you burn the most amount of calories for the effort you put in. You know, you can run on the treadmill flat out and you'll be burnt out within, you know, a couple of minutes. You go on the Stairmaster level 15 for 20 minutes, you've still got enough bang for your buck. You know, you've still got power, and you're still feeling mentally strong. You know, it doesn't deplete you that quickly, but at the same time you're burning shitloads. You know, I put a screenshot on the screen. I actually burnt 1,000 calories the other day, and I think I walked up something like 400 floors. I can't remember how many steps that was. I didn't let it revolve around in time to tell me how many steps. But it just goes to show you, you know, how many, you think 400 flights of stairs, how tall that would be. You know, it's ridiculous. I think it's average about 14 stairs per flight. So, you know, it's a fuckload of stairs. You wouldn't want to do that every single day just on your day-to-day activities. So, there we have it. That's what I do for cardio. Nothing too crazy. And my gym actually recently have just had 2 punch bags put in, but I'm not really, you know, the type of person that goes into a busy gym and just starts hitting the punch bag, because I just think, no, you know, I don't want to enjoy. I don't want people to think that kind of, you know what I'm saying, right? You know, you see those people in the gym and you just think, fucking hell, and then they're looking around as if everyone's looking at them, and you know, I don't want to be that kind of person. If I'm going to go on the punch bag, then I'll go there at 12 o'clock at night when the gym is dead, and I would just, you know, have a session and probably make myself look like a complete arse. But that's what I'm talking about anyway, guys. So I hope this, you know, this video has been, you know, eye-opening to you. And yeah, it's not just women that do the Stairmaster. Men can do that shit too. So I hope you guys are all good. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
I said I wonder where the taste went. Slip it to the bathroom. Yeah. Slip it to the bathroom. Slip it to the bathroom.